Hello, everybody. Welcome to what will hopefully be a short, shifting Broken Shifter podcast. I will be your host for today, Caboose,
I'm Carbon.
and I'm Caboose.
We are not joined today by Hardin because he is in England and he is not able to watch the races. He probably won't join us until whatever the race is after Pocono. So,
Which I have no idea what that is. I should have probably looked that up before we got started. Oh well.
yeah,
So we're just
we'll
gonna,
remind him.
yeah. All right. So we're gonna quickly just go over the All Star race and the opening. We're gonna start off with the opening and stage winners. Uh, Stage one, Clint Boyer. Second stage winner was Ryan Blaney. Third was Daniel Suarez. Yeah, Suarez. And
Yep,
the guy that got brought in via fan vote,
fan vote.
Chase Elliott.
Yep.
So, what do you think of the opening overall, Justin?
The opening was a lot more fun to watch than the All Star race.
That
There was
was.
some very intense racing. Like, it was really funny. You'd think racing for $1 million would be more intense than racing to get the chance to compete for $1 million. But no, it was it was the opposite. Because you had, I think it was at the end of the third stage, Suarez, Chase Elliott, and Eric Jones were just battling back and forth, and it was so much fun to watch. Unfortunately, Eric Jones tried to mow the lawn a little bit, and then caught it sideways and completely destroyed his splitter in the whole process. But he did save it. He didn't destroy the car.
Mm-hmm. He brought
That was
that
impressive.
thing back to the garage, which is impressive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, gotta put that. What'd you say? You gotta put that John Deere
Mm.
logo on there.
Oh yeah.
Um, but I don't know. Overall, it was a lot of fun to watch. I know Reddit's a little sad about the fan vote ending because they had that Reddit car and they wanted Matt DiBenedetto
D
to
burrito.
to make the race, but that didn't happen. But it was
Yeah.
a lot of fun. There was a lot of competition.
Yeah. Pretty much anywhere you look, there was racing of some sort, and there were some drivers that made some very interesting calls and put them forward pretty quickly. For qualifying, for example, Reed Sorensen, I think it was, and Michael McDowell, they didn't even take a qualifying lap. So they didn't use up their tires at all. And you heard me, I was fucking yelling at the top of my lungs because McDowell went from 23rd to like 10th or something like that in about 3-4 laps. It's like,
Mm-hmm.
fuck.
Oh yeah, I want to check. Keep going. I'm gonna check what he placed.
He started chilling towards the end a bit of it, but he stayed around for stage two and hung in there. He was hovering about
He
ninth.
placed 11th.
Yeah.
So
So
we did move back a little bit.
overall, though, not too bad. Uh,
Mm-mm.
but yeah, like I said, pretty much everywhere there was good racing, some way or another. Even LaJoy was having some fun until an extent.
Yeah, he went in for vibration issues, and then I think Greg Galding, I think it was, had electrical issues.
Yeah. So there were some problems here and there, but overall, it
And
was good.
Almendinger wrecked himself.
Way to go, Dangalang. Overall, I enjoyed the opening, and I wish we had a little bit more racing like that, where they were just on top of each other, just going for it.
Yeah. Well, we can move on to the All Star race now, and that race where they weren't quite as competitive against each other. I'd say stage three was probably the only one that had a lot of competition, but
Even then, even then. So, winner of stage one, Kyle Larson. Winner of stage two, Kyle Larson. Winner of stage three, Jimmy Johnson. And winner of stage four, Kyle Busch.
unfortunately,
Indeed.
although he did make a pretty sweet move at the end there, but
Yeah.
still, um, that race was kind of boring. Kyle Larson led the first two stages for
By a mile.
3 seconds. I think it was at the end of stage two. I don't remember what stage one was, but
About the same.
it was His car was moving until he put those soft tires on.
Hmm.
Then it just ruined everything. And then Jimmy Johnson was really enjoying the soft tires. And then they that was hilarious when they're all like, the rules stated for the soft tire that you are not allowed to you have to put all four soft tires on at once. But NASCAR forgot to put in a rule that states that you have to put all hard tires back on after the soft tires.
Hmm.
So people were running with two soft tires, and they were moving.
Yeah, Clint
Like
Boyer.
Jimmy Johnson, for example.
Yeah, Jimmy Johnson, Clint Boyer, they both did the strategy. Clint Boyer, he only took two tires at the end of stage 2, I think it was. And he
Yeah.
he hung in there. He hung in there for about 10 laps, and then that's when he started seeing some pretty bad fall off.
Was it? I think it was Brad Keselowski put on his tires, and then it was like during a caution or something like that, and they came back around, took them off, and got screwed over through that,
Yeah.
and had to go put the tires back away.
Yeah, he was getting a vibration or something. He brought it back in, got the hard tires that he was going to use up for stage 4, but NASCAR went, nope, you can't re-glue up the green tires. And I forgot what Keselowski
Really
stated,
dumb,
but you said NASCAR basically made up a rule on the fly to where he couldn't put the soft tires back on.
Yep. And he was one of the ones that were catching up to.
Hmm.
I don't remember how many positions he gained of it.
Yeah, he did not have a bad car. We saw a lot of good cars.
Yeah, there were a
yesterday.
lot of really fast cars.
But yeah,
What do you think of the optional tires?
I like the idea, and I actually wish it was something that we could implement into all races. Just one set
I
of
think it'd be
softer
cool.
tires. Not
The smaller
mandatory.
tracks, the intermediate tracks.
Hmm.
I don't think it'd be that fun at Daytona or Talladega, but
It would basically be useless there, yeah. And the way that they would end up wearing that,
Uh.
we would probably see some blown tires if we get a long run. It would definitely split the field, I'll tell you that.
yeah, I don't know. It'd be interesting to see it. The one thing I don't know if I was too happy with, I'm a little up in the air about, was the way they organized the last stint. Basically, your average finish is where you get put, which I didn't quite understand the order. You'd think Larson would have led because he won the first two stages and then got like fourth or fifth in the third or the third stage. So by that, I would have thought he would have placed first for the stint, but he didn't.
He was first. He was first to go into the pits
Hmm.
at the end of the
Oh,
stage.
so we came out afterwards. Okay.
Yep.
Gotcha.
You could thank his pit crew.
Yep.
So.
Can win it on pit road.
That's basically where most of the races have been getting won or lost now. Even when a driver has a damn good car, he can't really make up that much time anymore like they used to. So,
It's either on pit road or it's it's always on pit road, but it's either your crew or it's just the fact that you freaking speed or
mhm.
miss a cone or whatever, the commit cone or anything like that. Those have been killing a lot of drivers lately.
Yeah. Pit road has
There was
now.
no speeding though in the All-Star race.
No, there wasn't, surprisingly. But
Or
no,
in the Open.
pit road has now become more vital than it has before, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Just because of the way the cars are driving and just how fast the competition's been getting. And you're getting a lot of these young guns that they don't move. They stay where the hell they are, and they make you go around them, which makes for more interesting racing.
Yep.
Well, I think that about wraps it up for the opening and All-Star. The only thing left is
Yeah.
to go back over our picks for the Coke 600. Just as a reminder, last week's pick was not for the All-Star race. It was for the Coke 600.
Coke 600.
Yeah.
Caboose's picks are Matt Kenseth and Clint Boyer. Herden's are Jimmy Johnson and Casey Kane, which Jimmy Johnson's proving to be up there, so is Clint Boyer.
Hmm.
My picks were Denny Hamlin and Ryan Blaney, although I might have to call an audible and throw Larson in after that. His car was moving. But I'll keep my picks for now. So those are the picks for the Coke 600 that we're going to run with. One thing I do want to update is Eric Amarella, who got into that nasty accident in Kansas. He did, like we said in the last video through text on, he did fracture, got a compound fracture, I think it was. No, compression fracture.
Yep.
In his T5 vertebrae. He is up and moving now, and he should be back in like 8 to 12 weeks is what they're estimating. So they're going to have a replacement driver for him, I think. I think he drove in the opener.
Yeah, I believe it's...
Because I saw the 43 car out there.
Yeah, it's Regan Smith, I believe. He's going to race... He raced the opening, and he's going to race in the 600, but we don't know who's going to race after that. I know Ford is keeping their options open, since Ford actually has a decent say-so over who drives their cars.
Maybe Jeff Gordon will return.
Yeah, put him in the Ford.
Or Richard Petty.
Yeah, there you go. That's
Put him back in his car.
How bad can it be?
Yeah. But yeah, he said, which I really praise him for this. He said he's going to focus on his health and take as long as possible to get back into the car, because he wants to be able to play with his kids and stuff like that all the time. So
Yeah.
which I think is definitely a good idea.
It's nice seeing drivers make grown-up moves. As much as I want to see drivers get back in the car, I'd much rather see them stop driving the car in their own choice. So. All right.
I like that he also wanted to watch. He wanted to watch the accident because he wanted to learn from it and know what to do next time. But I don't think there was really much he could do in that incident. But he tried.
He hit some oil or something, and that just no.
I don't think they cleaned the track properly, but
Afterwards, yeah, they did.
Alrighty.
They did a sketchy job.
yeah, after that first accident. But I think that's good for the All-Star race. Getting ready for the Coke 600. Long race this weekend.
Hmm.
Should be interesting.
Yep. Hope you guys enjoyed this short shifting broken shifter podcast. I mean, we need to come up with a better name, but came up with this on the fly. Welcome to the short shifter. There we go.
Alrighty. I'm Carbon.
And I'm Caboose. And Caboose again.
Herden will return someday.
Someday.
About a month.
Unless they keep him over there. That'd be funnier than shit.
He might return for another podcast. I'm trying to get him to be able to watch videos out there, but
Yeah. Or at least listen
being
to the
stubborn about
radio.
it. So whatever.
Alright. Bye, guys.
See ya. Booyah.